Hi, I'm here with Pamela Slea of Boltive. Pamela, thank you so much for joining Agents of Change on the Croisette.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, please introduce yourself and Boltive just so our viewers have a little bit of background.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Boltive is an ad security company and a privacy technology company. And we're using both of those sides of the business to build an agentic governance engine that we can use to make sure that the sell side agents and the buy side agents have some guardrails so that we can make these transactions happen at scale.
That's really important. So, Pamela, I'm curious, where are you trusting agents today in your work? And if you have any examples, perhaps it's like ad CP integrations or pilots or anything you brought into production, I'd love to know where you're trusting agents.
Yeah, we're able to use agents to look across tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of sites to be able to see on a jurisdiction by jurisdiction, case by case basis where the consent is working and where
Okay.
the consent is not working.
So, more like compliance.
It's compliance, but on a deep and really scaled way. Without agents, we wouldn't be able to do that.
That's really interesting and exciting. I don't know that privacy is ever an exciting thing, but it liberates all the exciting
I
things to
think it is.
happen, right?
I think it is.
Well, I'm glad. That means you love your job. Where do you require a human in the loop today? On where do you maybe let the agents run free?
The human in the loop is so important across everything. And at our company, we really want to make sure that all of the individuals and all of the different functions are using the AI tools, not just tactically, but strategically. So I've seen that a lot of companies will say, okay, we can use AI to look at large swaths of data, for example, but they aren't necessarily using it in a way that is freeing up a lot of time, freeing up a lot of efficiency. So, what I tend to talk about with all functions of the team is how are you using the efficiencies that you're gaining? How are you using all of the data that you've put together in ways that are really bringing the product forward? And I find that that's where you need the human to be able to really put your hat on and say, okay, what is it about this that's not just making a calculation faster, but really making this better for the customer and making this a better experience for everyone involved?
I love that. And when we think about brand safety, I feel like it used to really mean keyword block lists or blocking specific URLs. And in this new world, what does brand safety mean when the brand itself perhaps didn't write the ad?
Yeah, and that is what's really important and really exciting about the moment that we're living in is the idea of a brand and what it is really changing in real time.
Yeah.
And so we're able to see, okay, these are the images that this brand wants. This is the content that this brand wants around. But when it comes to real safety and safeguards, it's really important to think beyond what sort of photographs are there and what sort of text is around it. We're building an agentic governance engine at Boltive that will allow us to have those guardrails to make sure that both the agents on the buy side and on the sell side are doing their magic, but in a way that is not going to get crazy.
Yeah. So trust unlocks creativity at scale, perhaps. Okay, I
Exactly.
love that.
Exactly.
And let's say it's 2036. We're going to fast forward 10 years from now. What do you feel like is a job that does not exist anymore? And maybe what's a new job that's come on to the advertising and technology industry?
So the jobs that don't exist mostly have to do with the jobs that people wish don't exist today. So things like taking numbers from one page and putting it into another page, or doing something that you feel like, oh gosh, pulling a report
Yep.
that is time consuming, or,
Paper pushing,
yeah, like
spreadsheets.
all of that stuff. If you don't feel like it's making you better and a great part of your job, likely that is something that will be pushed away.
Okay.
I think the jobs that will be there in the future that are not there today do have a lot to do with human in the loop.
Okay.
And I think there will be humans in the loop in a way that we're not even really thinking about today. When I think of what mentorship and coaching and things like that will look like 10 years from now, it's going to be a lot about, hey, are you really thinking this through? Are you using your critical thinking skills? Are you thinking about this in a way that the average or the mean, which is what you get from the LLMs and what you get from the AI, is not thinking about, and really putting the coach or even the teacher, the professor in on it will be something that's really important in the future.
All right. Well, you heard it first on Agents of Change, Human in the Loop. Thank you so much, Pamela.
Thank you.